check, go ahead and check out the menu.
Okay.
Or if you know what you like, then that's good.
I haven't dined in Zippy's in like years.
Oh yeah.
We did takeout every once in a while.
Oh
but,
man, is there Zippy's by you guys? There must be, right?
Yeah, Ewa. Like this one, like right when you get into Ewa.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of a big one actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because being in town, we have like 3 or 4 within about the same distance from.
Yeah, I know, because like when I was looking at, I was trying to map it here because
yeah.
I haven't been here in a long time, and I'm like, wait, there's 2 on King Street.
Oh.
Which one is it? And then
Yeah. That's the first one, I think, the McCully one.
Okay.
So I used to go there after school.
I think the last time I was in this Zippy's was like, when you're going out in your 20s and then you need a place to eat at 2 in the morning, right? So this is like, I think this is the one that we used to come to.
Oh yeah. Oh, you guys didn't go like Kaneohe side or?
Sometimes.
Oh.
Yeah.
We would go to Kaneohe. We would go to Kahala, and then I don't know. Maybe we did come here. I feel like we went more to the McCully one than.
Okay.
Yeah, than this one, but.
Where did you grow up on? You grew up in Kaneohe.
Yeah. So I grew up in Kaneohe. So,
okay.
Yeah, gosh, so great. It's always nice to meet someone else who grew up in Kaneohe because it's such a unique place.
It is. I mean, parts of me wishes like we could move back, but it's just when it came time to buy, we were renting. From, we were living in like a little studio that you're renting from like our friend.
Yeah.
Came time to buy. We looked at all those condos on like Kahuhipa over there and like the townhouses behind like Safeway.
Oh yeah.
It's like everything was just either it was a little too expensive or it was not much for the amount of money. And my wife was the one to like, let's just go look on the other side. And we looked in like Mililani and then Ewa, and we realized you could get a decent sized like townhouse or a condo for at the time, what was this like 2010, I would say.
Oh, okay.
2010, 2012 was like 300,000.
Oh, so good.
Which is no way you're gonna be getting a townhouse for 300,000.
Yeah.
So we were lucky. Like we weren't like savvy real estate investors. We're lucky, and it was the timing of it.
Yeah.
So I mean that's
nice.
That's all it was.
Well, yeah, I wish that my wish is to go to Kaneohe. If I could, I made a video about where I would live if I could pick anywhere. And I know some people might pick like Kahala or Hawaii Kai.
Yeah.
But I'm like, nah, man, I'd rather go Kaneohe. Like, I would love to live by Ho'omaluhia.
Okay.
Like that area, super flat. It's a nice neighborhood, and of course the
I grew up right there.
Right there?
Yeah.
Oh, see, like super nice.
It's like Keapuka neighborhood.
Oh yeah. But I'm sure you've been, right? They have the roundabouts. And
I've seen that.
Oh,
yeah,
man,
and
that's crazy.
I also see tire marks over the middle of it, which tells me that not everybody's doing the roundabout.
Well, no, because everyone's cutting in, right? It's most of the guys they're out because there's that left turn by Kinwa, and then you do like the shortcut to cut through there. So that's how we use that back area.
Wait, which round? Are you talking about like where Apapane is, like that at the bottom there, or?
Oh no.
Where's the roundabout?
Oh no, not the bottom. It's above. So it's more by Ho'omaluhia.
Oh.
The garden. So if you go down by
like Hanoi Road.
Yeah, by the bridge, by that bridge, and then if you're going like you turn left by Kinwa, you go down the hill, and then right there, that's the first one. I think there's one way up. Yeah, so ever since they did that, I'm like, oh yeah, because everyone.
It's the slow cars down.
Yeah, because everyone's speeding to get to the light so they can get back, freeway or whatever. So.
Right.
But yeah, I would love to live in that area if I could pick anywhere on the island. I think that'd be great. Yeah.
My sister still lives in Kaneohe. So
oh, nice. That's good. Yeah. And you guys go back a lot, or?
Not a lot. Like my wife, she's also from Kaneohe, so we go and clean grandma's house every once in a while, and that's our Kaneohe visit. We get the fix. Like, oh look, there's a mountains. I remember mountains. Like,
and waterfall.
They're so nice.
And green.
Yeah. I mean, because you don't have that on the other side. But
yeah. Well, and I miss that too, even in town. I mean, we have like the mountains, but it's pretty far. And where I used to live, it was like right there. Mm-hmm. So I look up and it's like the mountains are right there. I'm like, wow, it's so nice. And you don't realize that until you leave.
I mean, in a way, like, cause when we lived there, you don't really like look at the mountains and go like, oh wow, look at the mountains, because it's there every day, right?
Yeah.
But then when you visit less frequently, you go, it's more, it's like, oh wow, yeah, they are nice.
Yeah, like right out of Wilson Tunnel, or you come down Pully and stuff, or H3.
Yeah.
Like, man, yeah, I miss it, because yeah, it's such a nice place to grow up. I don't know how much it's changed, because we've been so removed.
I went to go pick up food at Kimchi One. We had like a little get together a few months ago, and driving through Kaneohe Town, it's like, oh, it really hasn't changed. You know, like some of the shops or stores are different, but the overall like feel.
Yeah.
Kaneohe Town is Kaneohe Town. It's the same.
Yeah. So I guess I should probably let you share about yourself, what you do on YouTube, or just who you are, so people have a kind of idea who you are.
Well, YouTube, I don't know. I mean, I would categorize myself as more of a YouTube. I'm a viewer first. Like I probably watch too much YouTube. I don't know if you watch.
I watch a lot. Way too much.
A lot. I mean, I used to do like professional videography, like for clients doing weddings and stuff. And then when I decided I didn't want to do that anymore, because it was just too much on the weekends. And you probably can relate to this. Like when you have kids, and you also shoot weddings are always on the weekend, and you're just gone. Like people that shoot weddings will know, like it's an all day, all night kind of thing. And so I think, when was it? Like probably a few years ago, I decided like I can't be gone on the weekends like that all the time. And I was working like during the week at a regular job. So you know, but then I have all this like knowledge of how to use cameras, how to use microphones and stuff. And I still want to do something. So I just started making YouTube videos and kind of flailing around, trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I'm still flailing around, trying to find like a niche, I guess. Yeah.
Well, what I like about your channel and your videos is you're using gear, at least the gear related stuff. I can talk specifically about that. And I make other types of videos, but the gear related stuff, I find it very relatable and interesting, because I'm also trying to find like the perfect camera. I'm also trying to find these tools, and there's so many videos, and it's so hard to find someone who's just trying to use it rather than sell it.
That's the tricky thing. And you know, like I have a lot of favorites that I watch, and I get it. So for a lot of people that I watch, like that's their business. Like they have to do the ad reads, they have to do sponsored deals, they have to, like, you know, people send them products and they're like, I gotta talk about this. You know, they say like, I'm gonna be honest, you know, and you try to believe them, you know. But
it's really hard.
It's
hard to be honest.
Yeah. The good thing about like where we are now with cameras, like I see your setup here, like it's really hard to go wrong. Like there's more good products out there than there are bad products.
Yeah. And do you think that's just because all the tech has just gotten better, or is it because the competition is greater amongst the camera companies?
I think both. Okay. Yeah. I mean, people say, you know, there's, every few years you hear, like you see people put out content about like, oh, the camera industry is dying, and then it kind of goes cyclical where, oh, just use your phone, right? Everybody's like, just use your phone. Your phone is a good camera. Yeah. And then it comes back. This wave comes back of like, cameras are better. Your phone use your phone for your phone. You should get an actual camera. And then you see like the rise of point and shoot cameras come back, and like mirrorless cameras. And so there's just waves of that type of attitudes in the camera industry.
Yeah. So to also go along with what you create, it's really nice to see you making videos, trying the gear, and as someone who's interested in camera gear, I'm trying not to be. I have 7 cameras, but
oh yeah, more than I do.
Okay. Yeah, I have a lot, but I'm trying to find videos of someone using it in real life. Not even just for a review, but you use the videos for like family videos and travel stuff that you do, which is good because that's helpful for me to see what it looks like if I were to actually do it. I'm not high on editing, but it's nice to just see you grade the footage, use it, and even the mistakes or some things that maybe don't look as great, you're still keeping some stuff in.
Sometimes I leave it in there
Yeah,
just because like.
Did you find Gina? You're looking for Gina.
Oh yeah, I did.
Found her.
Oh yeah, I talked with her. Thank you.
She asked me to take your order.
Oh okay, awesome. Thank you. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, ordering. Okay. Shoot, we're at Zippy's. I might as well order chili, right? Yeah. I'll get a chili bowl with rice. I think that's good for me. Thanks.
That's all you want?
That's it.
You want any desserts? Anything?
Oh, desserts.
Or pastries?
Let's eat first.
Oh okay. Let's eat.
You can keep the menu. You can look for dessert.
Okay. Could I get a regular chicken katsu all rice?
Oh.
Yeah. And then I probably will have a pumpkin pie, a slice of pumpkin pie later. Okay.
Oh, is it pumpkin pie season already?
Oh, it's all year. It's year round.
Oh, that's.
Yes.
Good, you know.
I might have to do that. Yeah.
It's a pumpkin pie. Chicken
Yeah.
katsu, all rice, and chili with rice.
Thank you. Yeah. So funny story about the pumpkin pie. So I made videos sharing how much it's my favorite dish.
I saw that. Yeah. Like I said, I watched a lot of YouTube. So.
And I heard that one of the people in the Zippy's admin saw that.
Yeah.
And so they brought it back year round because I couldn't understand how come they don't have it year round.
So everyone that likes the pumpkin pie has you to thank for that.
Well, it's one of those things that it only gets attention during Thanksgiving season.
Yeah.
Of course. But I'm like, man, I love it all the time, and I'm so happy now I can just go and get it anytime. Because before it was all the time, and then now it was cut to only Thanksgiving. I'm like, so I gotta wait till November every year, and then eat a whole bunch of pumpkin pie, and then I can't eat it again for another year. So it's like,
Yeah.
So I'm glad they brought it back. So,
Nice.
but
What about? I guess you got to talk about Kaneohe Bakery pumpkin pie then, right? I mean, it's not there anymore.
Well, yeah, I know. I miss Kaneohe Bakery because I remember and it was them and Deluxe Bakery right next door.
Yeah.
So I remember when we were when I was a little kid, we would go down and we didn't eat so much the pies, but we ate a lot of donuts. So my grandpa
Donuts,
my grandpa would come down. I remember we'd park and they'd be playing toys and all this stuff inside there, and then we just get donuts and then we head home. But yeah, what I do appreciate about going back to Kaneohe, what I do appreciate about Kaneohe is I feel like it has a lot of what you could need, especially now that we got Target and other stuff.
That's right. It has Target now. I always forget that. I guess I don't go to Windward Mall that much anymore. But
I know. Well, that's definitely changed because I remember when it was Liberty House and JCPenney and Sears, and we'd go cruising at the mall and had KB Toy Store and just all that stuff that we used to grow up with. The old food court.
Talk about KB Toys. It starts. Then people figure out how old you are.
It's okay. I broke 40, so I'm settled with that now.
It's okay. It'll be okay.
Okay. I never thought eventually I knew I hit 40, but I'm like, man, it's so strange getting older.
It's weird saying that you're I'm in my 40s too. I'm not gonna say how old I am, but when you have that 4 in the beginning of your age, it's like, okay, is this the beginning of the end?
Well, you're sort of you're at the halfway point, and I can't be categorized as young anymore.
No, yeah, you know when you do surveys.
The age.
Yeah, and it's always what is it whatever to 39. I'm like, oh damn it, I'm here now.
I know, and I found maybe you just experienced that at work, but when I first started working, I was in my late working seriously. I was in my late 20s, so I was the youngest now, or in my office, and now all these people are younger than me, and I'm like, man, I'm looking back at them wow, you're 25, you're 27, you're so young. And at the time, people would tell me that, I'm like, I don't feel that young. But now that I'm getting older, I'm like, oh yeah. And then people tell me 40, 40s is young. I'm like, I don't feel that good. But these are people in their 60s, so
Right.
I'm sure that'll.
Yeah, I have the same experience. It's kind of this mixed bag, right? When you work with younger people, it keeps you young.
Yeah.
Until you reference something, and then they go, "What's that?"
I know, we do that
And you're like, "Oh."
all the time in our office. We reference things, bands. TV shows, and they have no idea. I'm like, what? And I guess that's just part of getting older.
But wait till your kids start telling you that, reminding you that you were born in the late 1900s. Like, my daughter told me that the other day, and I'm like, why do you have to word it that way? Like, it's the late 1900s, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay.
Yeah, it's strange because part of being in Hawaii is part of it is sort of timeless. So even as you're getting older, you remember a lot of things, or things kind of stay the same. But then you're like, oh yeah,
like you hear like these the jokes, right, or the memes where you're like, oh, I'm pretty sure like 1998 was like a couple years ago, right? It feels like that.
So you grew up like in the 90s? Like, were you like a 90s kid? Is that what you?
Yeah. I never know how to answer that.
Oh.
It's like, are you a 90s kid if the majority of like your teenage years were the 90s, or if you're born in the 90s, are you a 90s kid?
I guess so. I figure a 90s kid is someone who is old enough to understand things. So I think if you're born like in 1998, I don't know if you'd be a 90s kid.
Yeah, because you wouldn't have experienced.
Yeah, like you wouldn't like know the movies or TV shows or music references. So you have to be old enough, I think. I'd say at least.
Like I would say you have to know like the TV shows that were on TGI Fridays, right? Or like what I don't know, like America's Funniest Home Videos is on Sunday, right? And then like all that stuff. Like,
where
there should be like a test.
Oh, I'm sure there.
I'm sure somebody made
I'm sure there are tests. Like if you can get these right, you're a 90s kid. And looking back on that, I feel like, man, it was a great time, especially here in Hawaii. I felt like it was a great time to kind of grow up. And I without looking back so fondly on those times, I do wish that my boys could grow up in a time like that, where a lot of it's pre-internet, a lot of it is smaller communities, and it just, for me, it was a lot more fun. That might just be because I'm a kid now. I was a kid back then. I'm adult now, so I have so much more responsibilities. But I look back at like, man, I do wish we had that, and we try in a lot of ways to bring that back, going back with family, going Kaneohe and stuff.
We always intend to like try to have them kind of slow down and kind of experience things the way we experience it. But I think in a way we kind of messed up because there's so many things that give them instant gratification nowadays that it's hard to like undo that.
Like are you talking like phones or social media?
Technology,
okay.
like commercial breaks. Like we grew up with, you can't fast forward commercials. You can't. There's no skip button on TV, right? That's when you go use the bathroom, or that's when you go grab a snack or something, and you just kind of time everything for those. Yeah. But they can just skip, and so I think like they lack patience sometimes. And, we had to work for every piece of content we wanted to watch.
Well,
right?
Yeah, and you had to tape it if you missed it.
With a tape.
Yeah, with actual.
Yeah, if your kid's out there, it's a tape. You put it on.
But also, you couldn't watch the whole season. Like you couldn't binge watch certain things.
No, yeah, like
and you couldn't even get seasons of television shows.
So do you think like streaming right now, right? Do you think streaming platforms should delay releases, or do you like that? Here's all the Game of Thrones all at one time. Watch it all.
There's some shows where I'm like, man, they're so good that I wish I could watch it all.
Yeah.
But I can appreciate the fact that they release them, and I'm sure it's very frustrating for a lot of people. Sometimes it's frustrating for me because the show is so good. Mm-hmm. But I try to remember, I used to watch TV like that.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a big deal. You could watch it and then you talk about it at school or with whoever.
Oh yeah, and like the part of the fun too was the anticipation, like the build up to that next week where the next episode is coming out.
Like on Saturdays, we'd watch new episodes of whatever cartoons, when I got older, watching Friends, and everybody just knew, yep, that was the time we're friends, and you could talk about it the next day, and that anticipation. But now it comes out so quickly on streaming, and even like a 30-second, even a 2-minute ad before the movie, I find I'm like, oh gosh, I have no patience for this.
No, it's I skip ads. Sometimes I think like maybe I should just like just sit through the ad. But you know, like it's hard to make yourself do it, versus like when the network doesn't give you the choice to do it, right?
Well, and they're I noticed like when I was watching golf, they would have a commercial and also show golf, like split screen almost. So it would be the ad with the sound, but then you could watch golf.
Like it doesn't cut away.
Yeah, it doesn't cut away. Yeah. So you could still at least watch something that you're interested in with no commentary, no sound. But yeah, the ad breaks, it just so different. And yeah, I mean, you pick up a good point about, I mean, your kids, but definitely now my kids going out, it's going to be even crazier because we try to keep the tech away from them as much as we can.
Yeah.
We try to limit it to just TV.
That's good.
I mean, on the TV, I should say, not just TV, but on the TV.
So they're not like watching. Like,
so they're not holding anything.
Unfortunately, my son watches that guy.
Well, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it just, for us, I was like, yep, this could be very slippery slope. And then I have to watch them watch it. Because then it starts with like YouTube Kids, but then I don't know where it goes after that. And I'm just worried as a parent. But I completely understand, because before kids, I was like, I don't think we're gonna use iPads. And now after kids,
oh man, I'm always like my kids are a little older. I think they're like toward the end of elementary school and middle school.
Yeah.
And I'm always hesitant to give parenting advice, because what do I know? I'm just every day I wake up, I'm winging it like everybody else, trying to figure it out. You know, like I don't have any insights. I mean, everybody's parenting style is different, and I think that's part of the deal, is you just figure it out.
Yeah.
We messed up a lot with some things like the technology.
Well, I don't think it's a mess up. I just think
it feels like it sometimes. I mean, like but it's hard, because how do you if you like shield them from, we're not gonna have no technology in the house, and then one day they discover it. And then they go crazy in this, then they can't get away from it, right? It's like I grew up, like my mom was like really against junk food.
Okay.
And like the first time you have a sleepover at your friend's house and they have Lucky Charms, right? And it's like you just go nuts.
Yeah.
And so it's that the word, right? Moderation.
Yeah. Yeah. For us, we introduced it when we were doing Japan trips.
Yeah.
And so for our boys, they were able to play it and watch it a lot in Japan, and they loved it. And I was looking at them like, oh man. But as soon as we came back, it was like, I just took it away, and now it doesn't exist anymore. But I mean, they know.
Were they okay with like they had it and then you took it away? Like
they were fine. I think we had to explain to them it was just for trips, so they understand. So they'll probably associate Japan now with iPad.
Let's go to Japan again.
And as a parent, I guess for me it was just, I got to make sure I teach them. So if they use it, it's fine, because they'll be using it in school and other things. I don't want them to be behind in that, but for the entertainment, something that I'm working on, because I watch a lot of YouTube. I try to remind my wife that they watch us and what we're doing. So if we're on our phone, if we're on iPad, if we're doing stuff, of course they want to do that too.
I'm trying to be better about that. Like, like sometimes I'll catch myself, I'll sit down at the dinner table and like my phone is here, right? And then,
wow.
It's so nice over here. It's cool.
Yeah.
Outside is very hot.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Can we just you do it?
Okay,
I'll help you.
Oh wow. Nice.
Thank you.
Ooh, cold plate. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Awesome. But with
technology.
Yeah, with technology and stuff, it's so tricky. It's so hard, and it's one of those things that. Yeah, it's harder for me now to recommend anything, because.
As I'm looking at my phone while you're talking right now. Sorry.
Well, no. It's just
sorry. My mom just sending me.
It's just hard for me to recommend, like, take it away completely, because we use it. It is helpful in those moments of weakness, parenting weakness, and it's one of the things that we have to try to make sure that we set real good boundaries for them, or else it just gets kind of like wild and out of control.
Like oddly enough, like when they were little, even now, like how you see kids with like iPads in restaurants. Like for whatever reason, like we were firm with that, because I just didn't like how it looked.
Yeah.
Which maybe is the wrong reason, like the optics of like people looking at you like, oh, look at them, they're just giving their kids the iPad or whatever. So, but that doesn't mean at home they're not like on their iPads.
Yeah.
So
do they game a lot too?
They play Roblox.
Oh, nice. Do you play with them or?
No, I don't. I have no idea how to. Like the only video game that I like know how to play at this point is like Mario Kart. But
Oh, nice. That's a good one.
But yeah, I mean, not a gamer. Are you a gamer? Do you play games or?
I used to play games, but then I had kids, and
Yeah.
that went all my time. And I miss it, but at the same time, I used to watch a lot of games though. Twitch, that was my TV back.
Oh, okay. See, I'm like watching like people stream.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big thing, right?
Then I realized I'm watching these people play so long. I should just go and play myself. You know, like I'm watching them 2-3 hours. I'm like, I should just go play the game. But part of the personality, and you build that sort of relationship, that weird parasocial relationship with the streamer.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And you're like, oh yeah, they're my friend. And then you realize, not really, but you just enjoy their content. It's something that's regular.
Well, you can say the same. You're like on the other side of that now, where like people watch you and you just seem like, oh, that's like somebody that I know. It's my friend, right?
Yeah.
Like I've never met you in person till today, but I feel like I know you.
Well, and I think through well, it also helps too that you also make content. So I feel like I see a little bit more about you versus coming up like some random person who comes up to me, which is totally fine.
I have a hard time putting myself in that category though. It's kind of like.
What do you mean?
I mean, I make things, videos, and I put it up on YouTube.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say like, oh, I'm a YouTuber, I'm a content creator. Like I just do it because like every once in a while I have an idea.
Yeah.
Or like I'm troubleshooting something with my own cameras or whatever, and I was like, oh, this might help somebody, and so I'll just turn on my camera and talk about it. Like, I don't know, maybe that's how it starts.
That's how
but
it starts.
I mean, I just feel like if I'm struggling with it and I'm trying to help myself figure something out, it might help somebody else figure something out.
Well, that's what I like about your channel is the stuff that you're making, especially if you have the same cameras that you're using. I'm like, oh yeah, this, like, I want someone to try this so I don't have to try it and struggle a little bit. And just watching someone else do it, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, like those settings, those, like for the, so I have the especially the smaller cameras, the Pocket 3, I have the Action 5.
Okay.
And I just picked that up.
I have those same, I have those two.
Yeah, and it's just, and that's why it's perfect. So a lot of the channels that I like watching are not necessarily the big channels, because they're onto bigger and better, newer cameras.
It's like, oh, here's a red Komodo X, it's like a $13,000 setup, and like, which I do watch those actually, just because when I was doing like more professional work, you do shoot with higher end gear.
Yeah.
So it's fun to watch that though. It's fun to dream. Like I don't know if you watch like MKBHD, like
I haven't watched him in a while.
Like he just shoots, like just to make like YouTube videos like this, he'll just shoot on red, which is totally unnecessary.
Yeah.
But if you have the means and that's what you like, then that's what you do.
So I like that you are shooting using the cameras, and those are the channels that I find the most value out of.
Oh, okay.
So I've noticed that my YouTube watching has kind of changed over the years. Before it was just, I like the big channels, and I guess watching channels kind of grow, but more so when they were kind of established.
Yeah.
But now, I love watching channels that are like sub 5,000 subscribers.
Well, I'm right in there now. Then I'm like 700 or whatever. I try not to look at it. That's one thing that.
Yeah, don't even look at it.
My wife, she's a data person. Like literally, that's what she does for a living, right? And so she's into like the analytics and stuff. And I'm like, don't show me any of that, like, because then you look at a graph and then it looks like this, and then you're like, oh, why am I doing this?
Well, the one thing that's hard for people who don't watch or don't make videos and see the studio and the background, the analytics, is most of the views are coming from non-subscribers. So subscriber count does not really matter as much. Even with my own videos, it's maybe 70, 30, 60, 40 non-subscribers. So there'll be some videos that are subscribers primarily, but those are usually the smaller performing videos. The big videos, relative big, but those videos, most of them, the majority are non-subscribers. So I'm like, oh, where are these people?
they're just tuning in for whatever like the thumbnail or the subject matter
and the recommendation that YouTube
yeah.
pushed. So I less care about those types of things. And yeah, the other day I was asked, or I was talking to Charles, and he was like, "Oh, thanks for inviting me and stuff," because he felt like he had like a smaller channel, and he's like, "Oh, he's down here and I'm up here." I'm like, I don't. Well, first of all, I don't feel myself up here.
No, I'd say for Hawaii creators.
For Hawaii, I guess for Hawaii, but I don't. I guess I don't view it that way.
Okay.
Because I know the subscribers don't mean as much. And I have another channel actually that I stopped posting on. It has 42,000. And so that's why I walked away from that and I was like done. And so it doesn't really mean as much to me, I guess. Maybe in the old days of YouTube, it meant a lot more.
So now it's like with like watch hours and whatever.
Yeah, well, for me as a creator, it's more about how many.
Can you tell how much little I know about?
No, it's more about how much I can make. How many videos can I make, and if I'm having fun.
That's important too. So like what you just said, like how easily I can make a video and you can enjoy it, right?
Yeah.
Like I try to make videos. Like the worst thing I think is if you're like trudging through an edit and you're like, oh, why am I even making this video? Which I've gone through. Like I have a lot of videos like on hard drives that are done, and I'm like, I watch it and I go, oh, this is stupid. I'm not even gonna put this out, and I just kind of throw it away. And the sad thing is like you might have spent like a week making it, but it's just if you're not happy with, like if I'm not happy with it, I'm just gonna be like, I'm not gonna subject the general public to this garbage, you know? Like
well, and that's one of the things I've learned over the years of making videos, not just for my Hawaii channel but other channels, is you gotta find ways to make it fun, enjoyable, and sustainable, because if not, you're gonna just stop. And some people take breaks, some people pivot their channel to something else, but I just found like, what can I talk about that I like? And I don't even know if other people care about it. But I'm like, I can't worry about that so much, because I'm like, I feel like I just have to talk about this. And then sometimes I have videos that I like and they don't do good, and sometimes the opposite, where I really didn't like the video, but a lot of people seem to like it. I'm like, okay.
There's videos where I'm like, this is like my favorite video. I really like making it, and then 2 people watch it, right? But that's okay. Like, and I there's a moment where I'm like, oh darn it. But and then once I get over that, it's like, no, but I made this for me, or I made this for, even if it's like the one person that said, oh, this helped me figure something out, right? And that's fine. It's not my job. I mean, I have a job that I'm fortunate in that I have a regular day job that I really enjoy. I have no plans. I'm not doing YouTube to try to get out of that, because I really enjoy what I do. But so that's why the aspect of fun and enjoying the process has to be there, or else like what's the point, right?
Yeah.
It's like playing golf and you hate golf. Like why would you play golf if you don't like golf? You golf?
Yeah. And that's true. Sometimes I used to wonder why people get so mad when they're playing golf. You're paying big bucks to be there. You know, you got expensive equipment, and you're mad. I'm like,
and it's a lot of time.
Yeah,
too,
it's
right?
4 hours. It's beautiful outside. You know, you're not really, well, it depends if you get golf cart, but you're not really exercising in the sense of you're walking to your ball. You're driving.
Walking.
You're driving, but you know, it's not like you're carrying your bag.
We can get into the caloric expenditure of a round of golf.
I never really understood the frustration of people. I mean, I get it. It's a really frustrating game, but it's also because I think it swings the other way, the pendulum of when you make a good shot. It feels great. You know, so.
I hear that all the time. I don't golf at all, but my father-in-law is oddly enough, my father-in-law is a golf pro.
Okay.
But I don't golf. But I hear that sentiment where they're like, you play 2-3 rounds, terrible, didn't hit one ball, and then you hit that one good drive, and you're like, oh, I'm hooked. Let's go again, right? And I think there's a lot to be said for that. And I think it's kind of similar with videos, you know, like you can get discouraged with like not being happy with the results of something, and then you make a video, and then everybody relates and everybody like watches it and stuff.
So I recently made a video about Made in Hawaii and our experience there.
I saw that as well. See, I watch way too much YouTube.
And so originally that video was like 22 minutes long, And I was like, dang, man, I don't know if anyone could watch 22 minutes of me talking about Made in Hawaii. So I cut it down to 18, which is still pretty long.
You see, like when you say that, as someone I'm in mid 40s, right? That's not long.
Well, I guess in comparison to what is the attention span being so short,
The TikTok
video,
and
video. I'm just thinking, as someone with limited amount of time, on YouTube, I'm choosing the videos that I'm watching. I'm not.
Right.
I'm recommended videos, but I'm actively clicking. They're not just free playing in front of me, and I have to swipe up.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it like, okay, is this where someone's like time? I'm like, I don't know if anyone wants to hear this, but I felt like I just had to talk about it. And I was surprised a lot of people watched it, first off. And then
oh, you were surprised?
Yeah, I was surprised because it's it's a week out from, the video came out a week later after Made in Hawaii. Because I was telling my wife, I was like, because I was thinking about it all week. I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna do it, because Made in Hawaii already happened. I should have done it on Sunday or Monday or right after the event. I'm waiting a week later. Like, what's the point of that? And I was just thinking, but it kept coming up in our conversations, and I was just like, okay, when something bothers me that much, or I start talking about something that much, I'm like, okay, I gotta make a video.
Yeah, so you're making it because you got to get it out.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, so Made in Hawaii Festival's done. It's not going to be one until a year, right?
Yeah.
So you actually you have this window of relevance till the next one anyways. So, and then the video that, you talked about it, and maybe when it gets closer to like the next year's event, it picks up traction again. I remember what Chris said last year about this crazy thing.
That's true. Yeah, it's amazing how much like the videos will maybe they don't do well in the beginning, but later they'll pick up, and you just never know. And especially like when you're talking about camera stuff, especially some like older cameras, that aren't just released today, then like your videos, they'll come up, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's exactly what I needed. And there's so many creators that are, again, like creating that type of content that it's exactly what I need. I don't need the day of release reviews or the hype videos as much.
Yeah, and then because those videos are like, excuse me, you can edit out the burping, but what I was talking about, bigger creators, right? They have that pressure to, I gotta be first. I gotta be the first one to get my stuff out. Embargoes ended. I got the product. I can show it to you, right? And it's like, and you can feel that when you watch it. You can tell that they're just trying to be first. And sometimes they skip over things. Like I'm one that like I'll just go to the manufacturer's website. I can read the spec sheet. So I don't want to watch a video where it's a creator just reading a spec sheet because. Anyway, I'm trying to avoid like talk. Because if you talk to me about cameras, I can just move on for 4 or 5 hours talking about cameras.
Well, there must be some people out there that are like really interested in cameras too, but
I don't know about your audience though.
Well, I'm sure somebody out there. But so I do want to ask though about.
Good. I didn't get to the pie yet though, but
Thank you.
I'm gonna try the pie.
Very good. Thank you.
Not yet. No, it's fine.
Oh yeah, I'm good. I will definitely eat that real fast. Thank you.
She's nice.
No, I appreciate the staff because you come in here and especially when there were times where we were super busy, like max capacity busy, and then they still have time to come and serve. So I really appreciate that. And it's just something doing on the side. So
this is like, sorry, I interrupted you.
Oh no. So I was gonna ask, you grew up Kaneohe, and then you guys are living out on the west side, and I'm very curious about that perspective because that's not that we would move out to the west side, but as someone who grew up on the windward side, and now you go out to the west side, I'd love to know what that experience is like because it's different from someone who grew up like in Waipahu and you live in Waipahu as an adult because you grew up there. It's just like the same.
Yeah, it's like
But you grew up in Kaneohe, and then now you're moving out west side and dealing with all the things, but because as a townie now, even though I grew up, I'm still gonna be from Kaneohe.
You're considering yourself a townie now?
But if anyone asks where I'm from, I always say Kaneohe.
I do the same thing.
I'm not embarrassed.
You're always from the 4-4.
Yeah, because it's special. It's special there. But as someone who's now living here with my family in town, there's almost like an invisible wall, and sometimes it's like we're not crossing that wall. So because everything we need.
Talking about going to where is it like? Cause I have a client
Yeah.
at the gym that he has like this mental rule in his head where he's like, I don't go past Red Hill. And I'm like, you just decided that? Like, that's like your invisible wall? Like, he's like, yeah, I don't go past Red Hill.
Yeah, I think for a lot of people in town, I've talked to people in Hawaii Kai, they're like, yeah, we they haven't been out to Pro City, Aiea, or further in years. Like, and I understand why, I guess why would you? You got everything on that side, but
Yeah.
there's so much more to the island than town and east of town. So, yeah, I would say like, that's probably about right. Stadium, I would say.
Okay.
That's probably max.
So for people in town, because I think he lives around this area too,
okay,
where it's like
Yeah.
kind of bracketed.
It is a mental thing. It's like, I don't want to go there. And so there's a reputation of the West Side.
Yeah.
And growing up on Windward Side, I had also knew of the reputation of the West Side.
Yeah, I mean.
But it's big. It's not just one. I mean, it's a big West Side.
Yeah. But I also went to Castle. So, you know, those of you out there that know what I mean. I'm not gonna say too much about that, but it's fine. I know what you're talking like with treading lightly as far as like reputations and
Yeah.
like I really hate to badmouth and stereotype different areas of the island because it's a lot of times it's exaggerated. I mean, you see good things and you see bad things in every part of the island, right? But as far as like getting used to things, I mean, you get used to it like not raining. That's like that's probably the biggest thing is you gotta water plants.
Oh, wow.
Like growing up, like me and my wife, we like plants. Like we like to like, it's kind of like more recently get into like, you know,
like orchids.
More like my wife, she's into like monsteras and like fiddle leaf figs and like little ornamental plants and stuff. But you have to really pay attention to how dry and hot it is out there because it's dry and hot. Whereas in Kaneohe, like growing up, my dad has a green thumb, and I don't remember him ever watering plants.
Oh yeah, you don't need to.
Because you don't need to. Yeah, it's just,
it rains almost every day.
Yeah.
And,
as far as the people, I mean, it's not a whole lot of difference in Kaneohe. I mean, I'll definitely say like the pace of everyday life in Kaneohe, like say when we come back and visit grandma or whatever, it's you go into Longs. It's a little slower pace. I mean, even from I don't know about you feel the same way about like town versus Kaneohe.
So fast.
Like cashiers will talk story with you when you're checking out versus like just like that. But even Ewa, it's kind of like it's a little more faster paced than Kaneohe, I think. Yeah.
What surprised you about moving out there?
What surprised me? I guess you know what, this is an interesting thing is when we moved out there, I didn't realize that a lot of military people live out there. Did you know that? I guess I don't know.
Well, because it's cheaper, right?
I guess because it's cheaper, and maybe it's because like a lot of them are coming from the mainland, and the houses are kind of like mainland style.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So you got like a garage and central air conditioning, and it's a 2-story house, and so like it. I don't know, but maybe it's just cheaper. It definitely is cheaper.
Well, it's probably closer to like the bases.
Yeah.
I know there are some military guys that live out in Kaka'ako.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But those are the guys that probably get a lot of
like the officers, higher
they get more allowance, and maybe they don't have to. Maybe they don't have to be as close.
Yeah.
But
yeah, like a lot of our neighborhood is military.
Oh, interesting.
Which is, that's a challenge for like growing up. You can probably remember like your neighborhood, the kids in the neighborhood, and like for me, like it was the same kids for instance, like preschool all the way to like senior year, right? It's the same families.
Yeah.
But in Ewa, one thing that my kids have unfortunately had to get used to is that every 2 or 3 years is this rotation because military families leave and they make friends and then they're gone. They make friends and they're gone. So that's a challenge for them, which is kind of unfortunate because I've seen our kids make friends, had to make new friends like several times. So
I guess they're exposed to different families that are coming from other places.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they'll ever travel or see them again, but it's nice to be able to know like you know someone or you made friends with someone from
Yeah.
a certain part of the country.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you can't travel to go mainland for school, I guess it's nice to know people from other places, other
Yep.
parts of the country that come here, and then you get to know them, and
Mhm.
I think that helps with.
It kind of makes the world feel a little smaller.
Well, yeah, and I think it helps with the us versus them mentality that I think sometimes can build up in Hawaii, where
It's there.
Oh,
you
it
know,
is?
You know, I mean, there's, you see it because like it was an interesting mix of like very local people, like and also very mainland military people, right? They're just brand new to the culture and the
Yeah.
island, and so it is an interesting mix. And I think overall, like in our neighborhood, I think we haven't had, there's no problems with it. It's not like people are beefing because they're from different parts of the world or anything. But there's definitely a interesting contrast of types of people. Which growing up in Kaneohe, everybody's just kind of same.
yeah,
Like, I mean, ethnically, yeah, different. You know, like, but
yeah,
culturally, like growing up in Kaneohe, I don't know if you experience this, but when you run into somebody, can you kind of tell, like, hey, you from Kaneohe, like, because there's like something about.
really?
My wife and I always talk about this, where like when you
Nice.
run into somebody, you go, oh, that person's from Kaneohe. They just have something about them that it feels Kaneohe. I don't know. Maybe we're just making it up in our head. I don't know.
that's probably true. I don't know if I could tell someone's from Kaneohe.
You're gonna have to do an experiment. Walk the streets.
Interview people. Where are you from? Where you grew up? Because I can definitely tell when someone's from Hawaii.
Yeah.
And I'm outside the country
Yeah,
or
yeah.
outside the state. I can definitely tell, but
Can you tell without them even saying anything?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like I'm sure you encounter it when you guys travel.
Yeah.
You see.
My wife does that. She
Yeah.
likes to be like, they're from Hawaii. And I'm like, how can you tell? It's like there's Asian people in the mainland, you know.
Yeah.
But
Well, it's like their face.
yeah.
It's from what I found the way they stand. So when we went to Japan, I could just tell from the way that they stand, like local people stand together versus Japanese people standing together. So they're not even talking. I mean, they're just standing there. I'm like, oh yeah, the way that they're standing, it's more like a cruise type of stance. Versus like, I guess in Japan, they're I don't want to say purposeful, but you know I don't feel like they're lounging around. They're usually standing for something, whether it's a line or to go somewhere. So
A little more I don't know what the word is.
it's like intentional or
Intentional. That's a good word.
yeah. It's just it's something different about local people when they wait around versus Japanese people waiting around. And yeah, we encounter a lot of Hawaii people because
Yeah.
people are going.
No,
out.
yeah, my wife, she's good at it, and she's usually right because like either they'll come up to us or we'll go
Yeah.
up to them and,
Yeah.
hey, you from Hawaii? And she's always right. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm like, I don't know. It is fascinating though, and I think that's the one cool thing about being from here. It's you have this, you know, because say you're from California and you go to a different state, you go to like Missouri or something.
Yeah.
You're not gonna go like, hey, you're from California, like, because they don't have that same kind of like little like isolated culture that we have out here, right?
Yeah.
So.
Did you go away mainland or any?
No, yeah. I mean, I went to UH. And
Oh, okay.
my wife also went to UH.
Okay.
So we were. I don't know how typical that is, but neither of us have really. We haven't traveled much in our lives.
Oh.
Only recently,
Yeah.
but
Well, maybe as the kids get older, you can travel
yeah.
or
It's a financial thing too. It's expensive to travel, so I mean,
yeah,
it's,
that's true. It's expensive.
I think like I'd like to travel more as we get older.
Yeah.
But,
Well, and who knows? Maybe if like maybe for your kids, they'll want to be travelers, and you can go with them, or I don't know, for school. Like
they want to see snow. We haven't taken them to see like snow.
Yeah,
So.
Where would be a good place? You can go California, I guess, but
Yeah, I mean,
or Utah or Colorado.
we haven't decided like where we're gonna. We do want to do that at some point, but we haven't decided like where should we take them to see snow? Because you don't want like my experience with snow was kind of interesting. Like when I was 10 years old, it was the side of a road in Washington. That was my snow experience, and I thought it was like the greatest thing ever.
That's pretty good though. 10 years old. I didn't see snow until I was 18.
Oh wow,
19.
Yeah.
It was my freshman year And I was outside because it was getting kind of cool, so I was like, oh, this is so nice. I'm gonna go outside from the dorm, and then it just started falling from the ground. I'm like, I didn't know what that was. I had to ask this girl, what is this? Is this normal? He was like, oh, it's just snow. I'm like, what? And then it wasn't sticky yet, but it just it went down and it hit the ground and melted. And I was like, wow. And of course in Colorado, tons of snow for the rest of the year. But I remember, that first snow, I was like, wow. Yeah. So this is what it's like, and it's a unique experience being from Hawaii, never seeing it really. Yeah. And to just go there and be immersed, and people just think, oh, that's weird. And you always see the Hawaii people, first snow where it sticks, they're all out there playing in the snow because first time, right?
It's kind of like when we see tourists here, like doing tourist things.
Oh yeah, going to the beach. Like some of them, I'm sure some of them have never visited like an ocean, never seen a nice beach. Yeah. Even like in Japan, the beaches are very different there. So for them to come here and see sand on a beach, like very nice sand, and step in and see a turtle or see a whatever, see fish, like I'm sure it's a really nice experience for them. It's just something that we just take for granted because
it's there. It's just there.
Yeah, we just do it. So
it's like I've I talk to like my neighbors that just moved here and stuff, and I'm like, oh, what'd you guys do this weekend? And they're like, oh, we did this, and I'm like, that's more Hawaii stuff that you in one weekend than I've done in my entire life. And it made me think like, are we not taking advantage of our situation, or I don't know. I've never been to Hanauma Bay.
Really? Oh.
When I tell people that, they're like, what? Yeah. But because when you're growing up, like Hanauma Bay is
a tourist
spot, right? It's like, it's not like if I'm gonna go to the beach, I'm gonna go Mox, I'm gonna go Sandy's and go bodyboarding, whatever. But you're never gonna. It was never a thought to intentionally go to Hanauma Bay. Yeah. Or hike the pillboxes, or like do people. I mean, I know local people do like Cocoa Head and stuff. Yeah. But it's all of those things that like we don't really take advantage of. Yeah. Yeah, I hope I don't get judged for all saying all that.
No, I think that's absolutely correct. Like, we don't take advantage of a lot of stuff that we do because we take it for granted because you're just from here when it's always there, or you categorize it like, oh, that's just for tourists, like, but it's beautiful.
Do you like, as an adult with like your family, have you gone to like Polynesian Cultural Center?
We haven't gone to Polynesian Cultural Center. Okay. We've done Alani. So
okay, we like Alani.
We've done Hanauma Bay. Okay. What else? Like tourists. I mean, we go Waikiki. We stay in Waikiki sometimes.
Staycation.
Yeah, staycation. Waikiki.
Those are always fun.
Which is nice. Yeah. You get to kind of play tourist for like a weekend.
Yeah.
But like, I think it's important to like, we go like play lookout. It's kind of.
I haven't been there in a long time.
It's kind of a touristy thing. Stuff like that.
Yeah, Koolina is kind of like because we live in Ewa. It's like Koolina is kind of like our Waikiki. So when we want to feel like tourists, we'll go like cruise around the lagoons and stuff. Yeah, it's just right there. Yeah, so it's easy.
It's such a different type of area because it's like I always think of Ewa, Kapolei, like that side. Mm-hmm. In my mind, it's like, oh, that's like plantation, like sugarcane field. Like I don't know, for some reason I think about the train.
Train ride? Have you done train ride?
I did when I was younger, but we do see it a lot. So when we were at Aulani, we saw the train go. And
it's actually really fun. Yeah. We've taken the kids a couple times, and it goes down to the power plant. Yeah. And then it comes back, and then it stops. Like if you do the Sunday or Saturday and Sunday, like it stops for ice cream. Yeah. In Koolina, and you get off, have ice cream, get back on the train, and it goes back. So.
Oh, it's nice.
It's a fun experience for kids.
Yeah. Well, and as my kids get older, we're definitely looking for stuff for them to do.
And you learn about like the old like Hawaii railroad stuff. Yeah. Which it's kind of relevant to like what's going on now with the skyline, the rail, right? Mm-hmm. It's kind of funny to think that we had a rail that went from all the way on that side all the way to like River Street in downtown. Like it was there, and now we're kind of doing it again. We don't have to make this about the rail.
Except way more expensive. I haven't actually talked about the rail all that much. Mm-hmm. I did visit it. I was really lucky to go when I did, but I haven't really talked much about the rail, mostly because it's already in motion. I figure any type of complaining, it's already happening. We're paying for it every time we buy something here. Part of that tax, or I should say, no, I think now it's TAT, but our tax revenues are going towards that. I just hope that they develop it, with some forethought, some vision.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be against living at one of the rail stations if the rail comes closer. I think that's even living out on the west side. I wouldn't mind living out there if the rail station came like in town or like closer to town. So I think the closest one is like Aloha Tower. I'm like,
that's gonna be the one like when I think what they said like recently, like 5 years. So when that one opens, that would be like where I would get off to go to work.
Yeah.
And so
that would be huge.
Yeah.
But it just to get there, I'm like, it's a 5 years. We'll see.
5 years.
Yeah. we'll
I'm gonna
see.
hold them to that 5 years.
Yeah, that'll be a tough deadline. Even when they close limits and stuff, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, they already like blocked off the
lane.
I drive that way every day. So
Oh, okay. Yeah.
they blocked off the middle.
I know. I didn't know it. I think we drove there on Sunday, and I was like, "Oh, this is different." And it's tighter. And I'm just thinking, man, on the weekdays in the morning, it must be rough.
Yeah.
Because now you have one less lane, and all the guys turning left to get into town.
Yeah.
It's harder because the lanes aren't longer. I mean, they're not long enough to fit all those cars. So then everybody got to move over one more lane, and now basically you have one lane. So yeah, it's very messy.
It's there's something we're gonna have to deal with that for a little while.
Yeah. How is the traffic out on the west side?
I think everybody knows. like Monday, 2 days. Today's Wednesday.
Yeah.
It was bad. I don't know what happened in the morning. There was like an accident or something.
There was an accident, I think, early.
I dropped my son off, and then my wife was like, "You might not want to go in right now." And so I went home sat there for a little bit, and I was like, "Oh, you know what? I gotta make my way in here. I don't want to just be later and later and later." So I went. It still took me 2 hours to get to work. So.
How is that drive? Because I can only imagine. Because I used to drive from Kaneohe to town.
Okay.
For school and for work when I was living at home.
Right.
That was okay, 35 to 50 minutes, hour 15 if it gets real bad.
It's kind of funny because, I mean, in a reference to Disneyland, it's one of our favorite places to visit. But it's I look at it kind of like if the line is less than an hour, that's kind of a win. And it's very similar to like driving from our side. Is like if the commute's less than an hour, that's a win. Coming into town.
Yeah.
And that's how I try to think about it. But most times, like it's not bad because I have an electric car. So
so you can.
for right now, I can drive in the Zippy lane.
Yeah.
But that's
It's gonna be gone.
that's gonna be gone.
Yeah.
So.
I didn't realize how much driving in general takes out of me.
Yeah.
Every day.
Like mentally.
Yeah.
Emotionally.
But then for all these people that are doing it every single day, is that something that affects like your quality of life, or how do you find ways to combat that or to negate the effects of what that type of stress or that type of environment just does? Because it's just part of what it means to live out there. If you're coming to town, it's just part of life.
I mean, I work at a gym, so I mean, I do. That does help. Getting that when I go to work, I don't have a sedentary occupation. I'm on my feet, whether I'm working with clients or working out myself. So I'd actually never thought about that until you just brought it up just now. But maybe that's why I tolerate it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. I'm sitting for like an hour or hour and a half because I've been standing all day. But I could imagine like if you're sitting all day, like in an office, and then now you're sitting in traffic, that could be kind of hard. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I try not to think about it. I know that this is where I work and this is where I live, and whether I like it or not, that's how I have to get there.
Yeah.
But I will like when the rail becomes like feasible. Like I mean, it's feasible now because I could catch it to
Stadium.
like Halaba, a stadium.
Oh, yeah,
And then
right.
get on a bus.
Yeah.
Which that's one of my videos I want to make is I want to do that commute and film it.
You should.
And I think that's gonna be the way to go.
So the rail and then the extension is the bus to get to where you actually have to go.
Yeah, my little nephew, he's like my brother-in-law takes him on the bus and the rail all the time. And the kid knows all the bus routes and all the numbers and everything. And so he was the one helping me. I was like, hey, what if I want to catch the rail or the bus to town, like which bus do I take? And he tells me.
Yeah, with the rail, like for us, it's not even in town yet. But
yeah.
I wish.
Is it gonna be? Like, where's the end gonna be?
I heard. Well, the original end was Awana, but then now I think they pushed it to the Civic Station, which I believe is South Street, which is by Servco-ish. I believe that's where it's gonna go.
Oh, okay.
So it's not even gonna make it to like Ward area.
Oh, that's it. Wow.
So,
okay,
yeah, it's kind of.
Wasn't it supposed to go to UH at one time?
I don't think it's ever. I think people wished it went to UH.
Oh, is that just? Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I don't think it.
That was just wishful thinking.
Yeah, I think it was always Moana, and then from there it would be smarter to break off to either Waikiki or then to UH because at that point, the tourists could take it from the airport to Waikiki, where the hotel is, or students could take it all the way to school if they needed to. I shouldn't think the rail was bad. I know some people I knew, they're like, oh, this is not great. But I'm like, when I rode it, I was like, it's pretty nice.
I have not rode it yet, so I'm gonna try.
Yeah, and well, have you gone on any other types of like train or rail in other places
besides the Ewa train?
Like California or?
Have we done public transportation? Not really. I mean, we haven't traveled hardly anywhere. I mean,
well,
have you've been to Japan?
Yeah, so
you get to see like the best trains, right?
Yeah,
so,
yeah, those are probably the best trains. But like, and that's why when I compared the two, I was like, this is not bad. You know, I like it. Other than the no bathrooms at the stations.
Oh yeah, that was an interesting choice.
Yeah, I still don't understand.
What do people? So I mean,
I don't understand. But yeah. Then again, there's some things I'm like, clearly, it just seems like sometimes the design choices are from people who will not be using it, and this applies to more than just the rail. This is a lot of other things too. Like, they design something a certain way, but they're probably never using it because if they did use it, they would fix that or address it.
But you would think like a bathroom is like a, even if you've never, like you understand human biology, right? Like a little.
Yeah, you'd think, because some of those rail stations are in the middle of nowhere. So I forgot which one it is. It's like in a field almost. It feels like it's in a field. So
which one is that? The one in Kapolei?
I don't know if it's the Kapolei one. It might be.
But it's two in Kapolei. No, it's more than two in Kapolei.
Is it? Yeah, it's like I don't know if it's Iroquois Point or I don't know. It's one where there's absolutely nothing around you, and I was like, so you can't go anywhere if you have to use the bathroom.
Are they like?
So,
maybe they're counting on, transit-oriented development. Like, the strip mall pops up, there'll be a bathroom there or something.
I hope so.
I don't know. That's like way in the future, though, right?
Yeah, I mean, I hope they're thinking. I mean, that's some very far, foresight. But I'm like, I'm probably in the bathroom now.
I'm trying to be devil's advocate here and say like, it's like no, they had a plan. They have a plan, right?
Well, and that's. I mean, it's always nice. Like sometimes with my videos, I feel like it's really easy to take certain positions, but I love to like kind of turn it on the side a little bit and think about it in like a different way. Not to necessarily defend, but just to think like, okay, obviously this is the choice this is the situation. Why would someone think that that's like a good idea or like that's okay? And I try to figure that out and think about it. Sometimes I can't, but oftentimes I'll be like, I think this is probably what they're thinking or maybe the reasons. And so I think it's good. Like when we talk about Hawaii stuff, sometimes I look on Reddit. I see the same.
That can go sideways real quick.
No, I just see the same types of threads, and so one day I'll make a Reddit. I'll make a two Hawaii Reddit.
You're gonna go through Reddit.
I mean, I feel like I can answer 20 questions and that's it. Like it's like a lot of the same questions and or a lot of the same types of posts, and I think it's just people don't know what to talk about, I guess, or people just come on and they just keep answering the same, or they keep asking the same things because they can't find the answers elsewhere. So, but it's just that's subreddit. But it's always nice to I think have a discussion, and I've always been more about the discussion rather than being correct.
On Reddit, even like.
Well, I don't. I'm more of a lurker there, but just in general, like any type of thing I talk about or opinion. I know that one of the things that you were. I don't know if you mentioned. I think you mentioned this in the video. is you were thinking about expanding what you're talking about from cameras to like living in Hawaii.
It's
and more about that. Is that something that you're really...
I was trying to, well, you know, I'm always trying to figure out what I'm doing, right? Like, I might wake up one day and like I don't want to talk about cameras anymore. All cameras are good. Just go buy a camera, they're all good, right? You could easily go that route and be correct, but I don't know. It's just maybe it's because of all the things that are going on in the world, and you know, like I think I mentioned this in a video where I was talking about like I'm making a video about a backpack, and then there's this. We're not gonna get into like global politics or like world events or anything, but like you see this going on, and you're making this video about a backpack, and you're like, what am I doing? Like, who cares about a backpack? And that's a tough thing to grapple with, I guess.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like I'll go watch a Disney creator talk about construction at Disneyland, which is also could be viewed as like a frivolous fluff video. Mm-hmm. So it's not to say that like everybody has to be serious because there's so many serious things going on. Like maybe we need unserious content too. Like I don't know. But that's where I am. Like I go back and forth between like feeling guilty for making a meaningless video when there's all these other meaningful things going on in the world. I don't know if you struggle with that, but you kind of you wrestle with more serious content in general anyways. So I mean that's kind of more your lane.
I guess for me, I try to talk about things that I care about, things that interest me, things that I'm thinking about, and I'm just like, I wonder if anybody's thinking about this too. I do think there is value in the novel stuff, the for fun stuff, to kind of take away the stress, because people, they deal with that real life stuff, and then they just want to see someone have fun and eat things or jump off of things or crash things. But I try to create videos to have like those other discussions for the people that they experience some of this stuff, but they want a place to, they want to hear someone else talk about it. Yeah. And that's why for me it's always been. I was asked, does anybody else make videos like you in Hawaii? And I was like, I don't think so, but I don't know why. I mean, you know, because there's like the food ones, there's the travel ones.
Yeah, a lot of food. There's a lot of food.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Which is great. Like, I think I enjoy watching, like, I don't know if you know Sean Kalipon.
Yeah.
And I know, it's funny because I know I know Charles.
Yeah.
In real life, I know them. But the content it's super fun. Like, I love watching their stuff where they're going all around the island and eating and stuff.
Yeah. I figured there's got to be somebody else that probably thinks about these things or talks about it. And I mean, like, if there are other creators, other people, other voices, and like, they can talk about it too, and I'm like, that's great. And I wish that there was a way to have more dialogue, you know, with in that space, because it's so limited. I don't really go on social media all that much.
Sorry, I have this habit of like I'm checking to see if it's recording.
No, don't worry.
It's like instinct to that.
That's okay.
I'm trying to make sure your camera goes
everything's good. The exposure is good. Okay.
You know, the auto exposure on the Pocket 3 is like really, it's like
so good. This is the best camera.
It is.
I mean, other than it's
I have mine right here.
Oh, nice.
In my bag.
Other than the fact that it is sensitive, it's a sensitive camera because of the gimbal. Everything else about it is awesome. The battery life, the stabilization, the mic hookup, the wireless.
Oh, yeah.
It's so easy, and the charging is, I mean, very fast. I don't know. I feel like, and then now they're $1,000. So.
Did you get in before?
Yeah. So I traded mine in. I got it for like I think about $150.
Oh, nice.
After trading. So I felt like it was a very good value. I was very fortunate to get.
Like on MPB or something like that?
Yeah, that's my go-to site. It's so good. It's just terrible that it's not terrible, but it's all the way in New York, so it takes a long time to get the stuff there and come back.
And then the thing is, like, when you buy, I buy stuff, I trade stuff, and then the shipping, when you buy something, the shipping is like, what, $75?
I know. That's why you have to trade in.
Yeah, you trade, they cover the shipping.
Yeah, that's what I learned is like, I really want that camera or want that lens, but not if they're gonna charge me shipping. I might as well buy it somewhere else. But if I trade in, then it covers that. I'm like, okay.
There is. I don't know if I should say this in case MPB is watching, but like, if you even just trade in a battery, you have an old battery.
Yeah.
So that counts as a trade-in.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I've traded in a whole bunch of small like Manini stuff.
Yeah.
Just so.
Covers the shipping.
Yeah, I don't even care how much they give me back. They can keep it if it's terrible.
I think I got like $6 for the battery, but it covered the international shipping to the international land of Hawaii that we are.
But yeah, that camera, amazing.
But going back to what you're saying about like the type of content you make, I think like in everyday life, we like my family and friends, we discuss more things that are similar to like what you talk about on YouTube than I talk about cameras. Like cameras, like nobody cares. Like in my family, like I talk to my kids about stuff and they're like, oh, Dad's talking about cameras again. Nobody cares. They even watch some of my videos that when I'm editing the video and my daughter will come in and be like, nobody's gonna watch that. Nobody cares, and then she just walk away. So but keeps you humble.
Yeah, well that's true. Yeah, and I'm glad though that you mentioned that it's something that some topics are things that you'll talk about with family or friends, and I think that's important to have online because right now what I'm seeing, although I don't use social media too much, is I do read the comments though for some of the posts, especially for
on your videos.
No, for like news stories and things online.
Okay.
Man, some of those are so nasty, and it's hard. It's hard to have meaningful discussions when you're just writing little things and like snarky. And it's fun, I guess, to view, but it's not very productive. And I just wish there was a better place or I don't say room, but just a place platform where some of those more serious discussions could be had, and it isn't just an image or isn't just a 30-second clip that gets people so triggered, and then you get a lot of the anger, you get the outrage, you get some of the, I would say they're pretty low, like they're mean comments. It's unnecessarily mean.
And I think people do that on purpose, like when they put out a video that's like completely out of context and it's just they're just trying to get that negative engagement with like
I don't know, but so that's why I'm like, I love it. Well, I mean, I can't control what other people make, but I always thought like, it'd be nice to like hear how other people's experiences are growing up, and separate from eating out and separate from vacation stuff, but more just like what is your everyday life like, and what are some things you're thinking about. And it's hard because you got to make sure that you create like the boundary between your own personal life and what you don't want to share with like your opinion and things you're sharing or you're gonna talk about. And I put my opinion out there, and it's not always right, and some people let me know, and that's great.
But your opinion, like an opinion, is never about being right or wrong. Anyway, it's your opinion, right? I mean, you're not saying this is a fact. But you're saying this is how I feel about it. So I mean, that's. No. And I respect that a lot because that's scary. Like to put your own thoughts and opinions out on the internet to potentially billions of people. It's like.
Actually, from a creator standpoint, when I make videos on certain things, it just feels good to share it because I just bottled up so much inside me. It's good, nice. But then just having someone else like be like, oh yeah, I get that, or oh yeah, I feel that way too, or I kind of feel that way. Yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, so I'm not alone in how I feel about this, and there's more than just me, and that's nice to have too. Just whether it's a certain type of food or a certain type of experience or just something that we have here in Hawaii. It's nice that a lot of other people are thinking about it. Yeah. And I'm not the only one, and also that sometimes they surprise me in their reasoning as to why they came to that conclusion, because it's different from mine. I'm like, oh, okay, that's a different experience than I had, but you still came to the same or similar type of conclusion.
Okay.
And then there's other people who have very different experiences, and they are like, no, that's not how it is. And I also want to dig a little deeper and ask, like, okay, well, why is that? So I think one of the biggest issues is sometimes there's a sentiment of don't come to Hawaii, don't move here. Right. We don't want to. This is just for like local people, and
that's a. I know you've like done videos kind of talking about that type of thing.
Yeah.
And that's I think I commented on one of your videos where like, wow, you threaded this needle like because you gotta walk like a kind of a tricky fine line when you're posting content about that, where you're trying to make it up to appeal to everyone, but not like piss off local people or it's I give you a lot of credit. It's like
no, I mean I got some heat in the comments, but I've always felt like one, it's really hard to have a discussion over comments. So anything they come back at me, even if I were to reply and address all the issues, it's never going to be a.
But then it just keeps becoming this thing about now you're fighting with potentially a robot, right?
Yeah, and I just don't have the time. Yeah. But it's just. I guess if I was trying to view Hawaii, I think because I went away, I try not to take it so personal, and so I try to be honest and celebrate the things that I love about Hawaii. There's so many things, and maybe I should focus more on that sometimes. Sometimes maybe I go too far, but on like identifying some of the negative stuff, but also identifying like some of the things that we don't do well, or some things that are not great, and why is that? And I think it's okay to talk about those things, but my identity is not so wrapped up in this place, and so if I attack the place, I then attack the person. I think that's why I think some people take it so hard. Like if I make a video about like Waimanalo, right? Or
have you done that?
No. I made one about Waianae, but but like
and then you can never go there.
Or like Kahuku, right? Like and there's other places, but I'm just pointing this out. If I make a video about that, some people will take it so personal, like because I'm attacking them, but then it's not an attack on them. It's just the place.
I think we live in a place like you and I, we're local, but we're not Hawaiian. Right?
Yeah.
Like are you Hawaiian?
No, I'm not.
Like so, it's different. Like growing up here and being born and raised here is different than being Native Hawaiian, right?
Absolutely.
But even not being Hawaiian, you grow up here and you know that the people of this place have a connection to the land, and it's not just like it's one and the same, right?
Yeah.
I think that's what you're trying to say is like it's different than living anywhere else where.
Yeah.
When you're criticizing or talking badly about like a particular area of the island, you are by default attacking the people, right? So like it's tricky.
Yeah.
Not that you never like attacked people, but I mean.
No, it's always hard to separate yourself from that. And I'm sure if someone talked bad about Kaneohe, initially I'd be like, oh, I get so defensive and.
Like, is chewing ice gonna? Okay.
I guess I'll get so defensive and be like, oh, that'd be my initial reaction. But then I think about it like, oh, maybe he has a point, or she has a point. And I think for me, that's what being away has done for me, is I'm able to separate that. So I'm really proud to be from Hawaii.
I think that and getting older.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Having kids, but yeah.
Like in your 20s, somebody started talking bad about Kaneohe. You say, oh, are you talking about Kaneohe? Like you just, as you get older, as I'm getting older, like. Somebody might say something. People say stuff about like Ewa. I live in Ewa now, right? And then I could easily get defensive, but I'm just like, that's fine. You don't want to live out here? That's fine. Like, because we get that. We get that from even people that we know. Like, I can't believe you guys moved out there. Like, why would you want to live in Ewa? No, we like it.
Yeah.
It's a house. There's stores. There's places to buy things, and we have a roof over our head, and that's it.
Yeah.
But maturity.
Yeah, I try my best to answer. Well, especially in the newer videos, I try my best to answer every comment, or at least read every comment. It's hard. Because
you have quite a lot of people that watch the video. So how long does that take you to just go through and?
So what I try to do is after the video is made, usually in that first day, I will try to get everybody in the first day, and then after that, it kind of just depends whenever I have time.
Yeah, because people could potentially keep commenting like every.
Yeah, an older video, some years ago, I'm like, I made a video about that, and then I have to talk about it. I'm like, oh yeah, I did, and it's like, oh okay. But I do try to get the most recent comments for my most recent video. But that's to me the best part, and I've found that because I know as a viewer of YouTube, sometimes you watch the big channels and you put you really want to put a good comment, but then they're never gonna see it or acknowledge it, and it's like. So
sometimes they do.
Yeah, it's not sometimes. But
I think it's usually like if you're
early.
Sorry, client text me here.
No worries.
What are we talking about? comments.
Like when you write a meaningful comment for like a creator that you really like, and then they don't really reply back. But I try to remember that, you know, for people who take the time to leave a comment, I at least try to like heart the comment to let them know at least I read it.
Yeah.
But also, I do try to write back because I think that's what makes it special. Because for any creator that does that, to me, I feel like, wow, you know, like
feel seen.
Yeah, like big or small, I don't care. It's just like that's.
I do that for the 2 comments I usually get. So I mean, I don't really have. It's more. I think it'd be weirder if I didn't, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like at the point where I am right now, where like if you get 1 comment, I'm like, oh, I gotta answer this guy. Because what's my excuse?
Yeah,
I'm aware of my situation.
No, but the thing is, as you're exploring like YouTube, you know, it's, and I like that perspective of it's for fun. I still try to view it that way. Yeah. And from the time that my channel was beginning to even now, as tempting as it would be to be like, yeah, I'm gonna go for it. I want this to be my job. I'm like, man, I like my job. I like what I do, and I don't want YouTube to be my job. You know, as cool as that may seem, I'm like, I got a family, and I know the things that I would have to do.
Need those healthcare benefits.
Yeah, I mean, I do all that. But like, the things I'd have to do to make a living, I'm not sure I'm willing to give that up. You know, and because you start working with brands, you start doing all this other stuff, and
I was gonna ask you about that. So do you feel pressured that, you know, when brands approach you, like, have you had to say no a lot, or do you just kind of?
So I did get approached. Well, let me say, okay. So what hurts is when brands approach me and it falls through, and that's happened here a couple times, and there's a couple that I can say it stung a little bit because I didn't reach out to them, so I wasn't even thinking about them. And they're you know, they're bigger companies, so I thought, wow, you know, that's awesome. And for whatever reason, it just didn't work out.
And that happens. I mean,
and so you know, we had meetings and things. So I was like, oh, this is like, it's gonna happen. And I was like, wow, and it just didn't. So there's that. There's also a lot of people that do reach out. I get all like those weird emails, like these random companies from China.
You don't even know if it's real.
I don't know if it's real. But I found that working with brands is really tricky because if you're in a position where it's your only job, then you just do whatever it takes. But I'm in a position where I don't have to do whatever it takes because it doesn't mean.
Do you think that's a real thing where, like, if you're a full-time creator, you have to take everything?
Well, not everything, but
I have, like, honestly, I have no idea on, like, the money aspect of it, like how much money is involved in like this deal or that deal.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many, like when I watch like what's an example of like I'm trying to all the camera channels I watch, I can't think of one. Like, I don't know if you watch Camera Conspiracies.
Yes.
It started off as kind of like a parody.
Yeah.
He just does silly videos about cameras and stuff, but he does a lot. Like, you can tell that he gets a lot of products and he's reviewing. Like, to make a living with it, it must be a lot. You must have to do a lot of them to actually make a decent, like, make income that you can live off of, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's also making daily videos with his other channel too, so he's pumping a lot of content. But I know, for the brand deals, it's more lucrative than like AdSense. But personally, I just found it to be very difficult to make the content. And maybe that's just because I'm in my position versus someone else who's like maybe younger, they don't have as many obligations. But so I got sent something, and it was for a review, not for my Hawaii channel. And they sent it to me. They're like, hey, we like your channel, will you make a video and we'll send it to you. And so it's not like paid, but they gave me something. And I was like, okay. So I didn't even know if it was real. It turned out to be real.
It was real.
It was real. Like, it was like it was the company that actually was the company. Because
okay.
I wasn't sure. I was like, your email is different. But they sent it to me, and so I reviewed it, and it was really hard to do that. You know, it's hard to review it when you get something for free, and you know that they're watching you. because in your mind you always want to keep that door open.
Yeah.
And that's the tricky part. And so when it comes to brands, I like brands that I don't have to worry about that so much. And it's funny because the brands don't think about it that way because they're just looking for like return on investment. So, and then they see your metrics, right? That's it. They see, okay, you get 10,000 views, so you reach 10,000 people, or you have 1 million subscribers or followers, so you reach 1 million people. But I'm learning it's different. It's just because you have a lot of followers doesn't mean you have a lot of influence. And I think that's what the brands could be focused more on rather than just the numbers. And so I'm trying to find, for brands that I do want to work with, that do want to work with me, that's one of the things I ask them is, what are you expecting out of this? You know, is it something longer term, or is it just like quid pro quo? Is it just one-off? Because if it's that, I don't want to do that because
You're looking for more like a relationship.
Yeah, like a longer term thing. And then that way people who watch my videos over time, they'd be like, oh, he actually uses this, not just hey, I'm checking this out, and then you never see it again, which is like with a lot of camera channels. I think that's what happens is they get a camera, they get a lens, they make the video, it's out there first. Yeah. I never see them, and then they move on to the new system. You know, I'm like, I thought you were a Canon shooter or a Sony shooter, Panasonic shooter. What happened?
Some of them are honest about it, like this guy Vu Films, like he'll be like, I'm switching to Lumix because they paid me. Like, you know, like I kind of appreciate that kind of honesty where like I'm a shill. Like I'm pushing this product because they're giving me money.
Yeah.
Like, okay, at least you're putting it out there where it's trying to like, I don't know if you were aware of like that whole Insta360 thing. Yeah. Where they were like telling creators to not tell people that it was like a sponsored thing, right? But which I think it's like and that kind of turned me off to the brand as a consumer, right? And I'm like, oh, that's kind of shady, you know? Like, but
are you looking at the new camera?
You know,
speaking of camera,
I'm always looking at like whatever the new camera is. Like I can't help but to check it out. I'm gonna go. With just the Ricoh GR4, like for like street photography, I'm like, I don't need it. Like I do not need it, but I want to see what it's all about. Yeah. Right. And then my wife's over my shoulder, like, you're not gonna buy a new camera. But like, it's hard to resist the new shiny thing that comes out. Yeah. And I think that's like that genre of YouTube really capitalizes on like people wanting that new shiny, like the new camera, right?
Yeah. I just can't imagine. They're selling all these cameras. I know not everyone does YouTube with the cameras, but I'm like, what are these people using the cameras for?
I don't know. You know? Even as a professional, like I was a professional for a little while, and I only owned 2 cameras.
Yeah, it's probably all you need, right?
If I needed a 3rd angle, 4th angle, I'm gonna go Pro Camera Hawaii. I'm gonna go rent a body, rent a lens, right? But these guys you watch on YouTube, and they have their shelves behind them, and there's like 18 cameras on the shelf. I'm like, is that just decoration, or are you using? Right?
Well, exactly. And if you don't actually go out and shoot, you're not as familiar with the camera, and you won't be able to know any of like the user issues or even the good things because you just got it for review, and you know maybe you shot it for a day, and then you make your review based off of that. Versus using it for weeks or months or professionally, then you'll know it, and then you can provide like really good feedback. So.
Yeah, because you might see a spec sheet and then like, oh, this is the one. This is the perfect camera, and you go out and use it, and like, oh, this button is a little bit like my thumb. Like when you're in the moment or at a shoot where these little things where like this is not where I want it to be, or this dial doesn't work the way I want it to work, and then so that's the stuff that I like to focus on. Is like the usability of products and how like the reality of using all these things. Like the Pocket 3, that's why the Pocket 3 is like you flip the screen open and it's good. Yeah. Which is, it's in a way, it's weird for me because I'm used to buttons, dials, switches, and things, and this thing just goes click. Now everybody's a videographer, right? So like, but that's it's fun times we live in. So.
The camera stuff. What do I need next? I always tell myself,
what do you need next? I already think about the next.
No, I'm like, do I really need like another camera? Because I write down. So I've been writing down how many cameras when I buy them.
Right.
And I look back at this timeline. I'm
got like a spreadsheet.
Yeah, I'm like, gosh, man, so many cameras I bought. And every time I buy one, I always tell myself, this is it. This is my last camera. So I bought the Ace Pro, Insta360 Ace Pro.
Yeah.
I was like, this is my last camera for action camera. I'm done.
Yeah.
And then for the longest time, I was just like, I don't like the screen.
The flip up.
I mean, I like it, but when you wear sunglasses, you can't see it.
Oh, but the polarization, yeah.
So they fixed that, I think, with the Pro 2. I think they fixed that. But so I was like, but then I like the mic compatibility with the Action 5. So I'm like, that's how I was like, okay, I'm gonna go Action 5. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, this is it. It's a perfect camera for action. I'm done. And I'm sure when 6 comes out or Nano or whatever they got down the pipe, I'm like, oh man.
You're normal. That's what it is. Like, you can have like the camera that does everything you need to do, and the next one comes out, and you're like, no, that's the one. No, that's the one. Like I did a video about the Pocket 4. Oh. It doesn't even exist yet. But I'm already thinking like, okay, that comes from using the camera for 2 years, right?
Yeah.
And there's things that, like whether it's like a built-in ND filter or like one more button here, or maybe a bigger screen because I'm getting old, and I don't know if you have this issue, but the screen's small.
It's pretty small.
And so when I'm filming, I'm like,
it was even smaller on the first one though.
Oh yeah, it was fixed, right?
Yeah, it was stuck, so you couldn't. Yeah. So
did you have?
No.
This is like the Pocket 3 is my first time using like a pocket.
Every camera I've been like, that's it. That's gonna be the one, and then there's always some issue with it though. That was like the deal breaker, and that was one of them. The screen was so tiny, and I was like, I'm not gonna be able to frame the shot. I can't see myself, and then of course at the time the lens was not wide enough, and there was not too many attachments on it, so it was like, okay, I can't hold it out and make a video, so I gotta wait for the next one. And then the next one came out, I'm like, it's getting closer. Yeah. I'm like, I don't know yet, and then
it's fragile though. I also did a video about how I dropped it at Disneyland and died. Like the plate, the main body part it's a plate, and it just popped open, and all the guts just came out. And I'm like, that wasn't even a hard drop; it just broke open.
Yeah. Well, and I figure that's like the only downside is it's
fragile.
Yeah, it's just I'm always worried about it throwing it in the bag. I mean, I got to put it in the case. And that's like the slowest part, but like everything else about it just great. And I'm also about usability. It has to be easy to use.
Yeah.
I can't do the vlog with the Gorilla Pod and I can't do that with the shotgun. I can't do that anymore. I tried that long time ago.
I'm way too introverted to. I don't vlog anyways. Like you walk. I think I commented.
Yeah, I know. I saw that. It's not as bad as you think, especially like at Oahu Beach Park. It's not that bad.
I freaked out a little bit when I was shooting that video just to test out the ND filter on the Pocket 3, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh, there's like hundreds of people here, and I'm like, I thought it was gonna be like, I don't know why in my head I thought it was gonna be empty, but
at sunset,
I'm walking around just talking to myself,
and
I'm like, how the heck do people do this? But I can't imagine having like a ZV-E1 with a shotgun mic and a tripod. Like, that's just too much.
Yeah. Well, it also helps when you know what you're gonna say, and for me, I know I gotta get it done because I gotta go home and So I've had times where I start like I'm super nervous or I haven't done it in a while. I start like flustering I'm just can't say anything, and I'm like I gotta calm myself and be like, you know what, I only got 30 minutes to shoot this video, so I better get out there and do this because if I don't, then this is a waste. I gotta go back home and then I gotta figure out when I can reschedule the shoot.
That's a good point because I think some of the videos where like I got through it easier were when I had like a time constraint. Like I did a video about how to shoot on rides in Disneyland or whatever. And it was my daughter was at her practice.
Yeah, you're off to like the side or something.
And I just literally stuck the thing on top of one. You know those green electrical boxes?
Oh yeah.
I just said, I'm right here, and I just put it down. And I just started talking, and I knew I had a time constraint, and so I just did it, and I think it was like one take.
Yeah. Well, and that's the best. When you just do it like one thing and you're just like, okay, I'm done, and then you go home and then you
I mean, it wasn't perfect. I probably if it was a professional video, like if I was filming it for someone, I'd probably say like, let's do that a couple more times just to get options. But I was like, good enough.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing sometimes is when you're focus on just getting the message out or what you want to say. It's just, it's good, probably good enough for most people. And like for that video, like just how you film yourself, like I was curious too, because as a non-writer,
it's a very specific target demographic that I was like, and then my wife is always the one saying like, I mean, she's helpful in that she kind of gives me insights as like a regular person and not a camera person, like whether or not something is gonna appeal to non-camera people who are camera enthusiasts. Right?
Yeah.
So that's always. That's why my focus now is not getting too in the weeds about like bit rates and codecs and like stuff that everyday people don't care about.
I try to do as little as that as possible with my stuff. Just time and getting caught up in all of that stuff. Then the specs become more important than what you're actually filming, and then it gets too much because I'm always gonna hold out for I need this feature because I think I need it when actually I don't really need that feature.
And there's this thing too, like if you start going down that path of like I'm a perfectionist with how my footage looks, people get more judgmental, and then you're like, okay, you're the one that's you're talking about this, but your footage looks like crap. And so if you're more casual with it, it kind of gives you more leeway with being imperfect.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
But I think that's why like you're relatable because you're just like not that saying you're like what I'm trying to say is you're relatable because there's a lot of people like you and I like in Hawaii. I think the more relatable you can be on YouTube, the better.
Yeah, I agree, and it's hard because sometimes that relatability, it's like the extreme people that get the head start because they're so wild and they do certain things. But I've always found like slow and steady. So like a lot of channels that you're mentioning, like, I love those channels, and they may not be the biggest channels or get the free gear, but I've been following them for a long time, and so I kind of see them progress as creators, as they whatever hobby or cameras they're getting into. It's really nice to see that, and they become very relatable people instead of all these extreme things. They go and take like random trips or and that's wonderful to take like go to the Arctic Circle with a certain camera or that's like fun. Like that's fun. I think they had a YouTube a Canon. Did you know the Canon came out here?
Yeah, I saw that with this camera.
Yeah,
right?
with this camera. I was like, what happened? But no, it's fine.
Nobody called you?
Yeah, no. I saw where they filmed. That's why I'm like, hey, that's kind of where that's in my house.
Like Jared Poland.
Yeah.
I don't know who else was
like all these camera guys came. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like they hardly talked about they hardly showed the stuff that I was.
But even that, like maybe there's the hater in me that's like, when you accept that, do you lose your objectiveness or your objectivity to like now going forward? You took this trip. Can I trust what you're saying? But I don't know.
It's hard.
Maybe it's just I'm just hating. Because I'm never gonna be invited to one of these things.
Well, no, I think it is hard to, as someone who got free stuff, has free stuff. It is. I would say it is hard because we can't be. It's just a different experience when you buy something for yourself versus if you get it for free or you get paid. It's totally different, and I think anyone who says otherwise is just not being really honest.
Yeah.
Because it does impact.
I mean, I think I said it like in videos where like everything I'm talking about, like bought it, and I'm trying to keep it that way. Yeah. Where if I'm talking about something, it's my own money. But, and I feel like, and my wife is like, as soon as someone sends you something free, you're gonna like take it. But then I was like, I'm gonna really try not to. I'm trying to be a principled person here, but.
Well, it's hard.
But if someone offers you a trip to Japan to go, like that's
or Hawaii,
I can't knock somebody for it.
Yeah. I mean, I told him, but I also, with those types of videos, I'm like, that's fun, but I'm waiting for the dad who just bought it, and they're just like, here, let me just talk about it. Like those are the reviews that I'm waiting for, because I got to know the real stuff, because they will say it like it is, right? And they have no obligation to anybody. They could return it if they don't like it. In fact, some of those videos I really enjoy, like why I return the whatever, because I'm like, oh, okay, like they actually bought it, they're interested in it, but then they didn't like it for these reasons. I'm like, oh, maybe I won't like it for those reasons too, and that might save me money or time.
Or sometimes like they'll say like, oh, I returned this camera for this reason, and then I'll watch it and they go, oh, I wouldn't return it for that reason.
Yeah. Some
Doesn't
people,
bother me.
Man, I don't know if you watch this guy. His name is Eric Jennings.
I think I have watched him.
He has like he's like major gas. He buys and returns
everything.
It's so interesting.
So people are not sending it to him. He's just buying.
He's buying this stuff, and he sells it or trades it or whatever. And then I think recently now he's on Nikon and Fuji, and he was on Canon. He was on Sony. I mean, he pretty much tried everything. And he buys it all, so it's all him. And he's doing it for family, and I find that so relatable. I just would never have the money or the courage to buy everything and then return it. But it's
I have to be a lot more selective now because I'm not doing it professionally. Like when you're doing it professionally, like, oh, I can rent this or I can buy this, I can write it off. This is a business expense, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot more freedom in buying a $2,000 lens or like a $5,000 camera body because it's for work. But now it's like I can't justify like buying like a Canon C80 or something like that. Like what am I gonna do with that? Like I'm not doing paid gigs anymore. Right?
Well, you could use it for a YouTube channel. I read it off. Right?
That's it's a bit extra.
I think you have. For how many years you have? Because when I started buying gear before I even made money on YouTube, I think you have so many years to write off expenses before. Like if you don't make a profit, then you gotta like cut it. It becomes like an extreme hobby versus like you're pursuing it. And because I remember I bought 2 Canon 70Ds. I never used a camera before, but I'm like, I need that camera because it has dual pixel autofocus.
Casey Neistat.
Yeah, and he had it, and so I bought 2 of them because I wanted to set up in my bedroom a 2 angle because I thought that was interesting. Because
no, it is. It's like this. You got 3,
but on the same person, on just me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was like, why do I need a second angle? It's just weird.
Well, you can do the thing where like you know how the news does it, where like when they want to transition to the next story,
and they look,
and they go in other news, and then they turn and look at the other camera, right?
No, I felt like I wasn't talking about anything that serious, so I was like, why do I have 2 cameras? So for a long time, I had those 2 70Ds, and eventually I sold them. But it starts very early. But yeah, I mean maybe for like your YouTube stuff, if you're going to be talking about more stuff. I know it's hard because some of it is used, some of the gear is used for like family things. But
most of it actually.
For strictly YouTube, if you want to make like a YouTube, this is my YouTube kit.
I wanted like a studio.
Or just even a kit of just like, this is the camera and lenses that I use or set up, then you have to make it like that, and that would just be separate from family, going out and like shooting family stuff. So
that's true because like I think the challenge that I think we all struggle with is like even on camera conspiracies, right? The unrealistic goal of trying to find that one camera that does everything.
Yeah.
Right? YouTube, vlogging, photography, whatever. Like, I don't think that really exists. You can't find that one thing. But.
Yeah. This is close.
That's close.
This is close, but it's. Yeah, you're not going to get much zoom, but this is pretty close.
And it's not really good for photography.
Yeah, that's also true. Yeah.
Like you're not really going to be taking stills with it.
Yeah, that's true.
This thing good stills though, right?
I don't know. I haven't actually used it for stills, but
I mean, it's the same sensor as all the other APS-C Canon cameras. Right?
Yeah. Okay, so let me just wrap up.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh, no,
are we
No. We're good. We're good. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. And I hope that people can check out your channel. I hope you continue to make videos.
I'm still wondering why you had me on. Like
well,
who can I find that's the most regular person? Like,
well, no. Like with this series, I wanted to just talk to people that I want to talk to. So like I explained to Charles and other people. I'm like, it doesn't matter. Like it's people that I watch, people that I'm interested in what they're doing, what they have to say, and I think your combination of all these different things, I really find that interesting because you're local and you're also interested in cameras and you have family life and I appreciate that as like a viewer.
Oh, thanks.
And I think it's also important to remember that like creators are also viewers, like you brought up, and you never know who's watching because I like all kinds of channels and
same here. Like I watch a lot of political YouTube actually, but I mean. I think I watch more like your kind of stuff, Charles, like Sean. I watch like news.
Yeah.
I more and more I watch that stuff. I watch less camera stuff.
Yeah, me too. As I get older, I just don't have time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for hanging out.
Appreciate it, man. I hope I'm adding some value to the situation.
Oh, yeah, for anybody who's interested in cameras, I mean, geez, this is it. So for people that really enjoy cameras and use them, I think that's the thing.
I just try to make it as accessible as possible.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. I want to spread the fun.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Thanks.
All right, man.
All right. Thanks.
Hello, hello.